All right, legends, there is massive reversal signs for the price of Bitcoin, and that is not only based on the technical analysis that I'll be sharing in today's video update, also because of data. The German government has already sold half of its stack. They only have 23,800 Bitcoin remaining, and they had 50,000 a few days ago. We also see the inflows in the US of the spot Bitcoin ETF, over 5,200 Bitcoin in the last 24 hours, which is massive. It's one of the biggest days of inflows. We have FTX creditors will be receiving in between 14 and 16 billion in cash in between October and November. Likely, as this is from crypto investors, a lot of it is going to go into crypto. This is also in confluence with the elections, all right? Likely Donald Trump will win the elections. That will be extremely bullish for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. What we do see right now, currently during the last few days, is the fear across social media, Reddit, Telegram, and all of these different social media platforms. We have seen the most bearish point since 1 year ago. And of course, this is good. We need fear in the market that is healthy for the corrective move inside of this bull run to start moving to the upside. Now, of course, today, we're going to focus on the technical analysis. I'm going to give you the scenarios that could happen in the next coming days. Remember, if you are interested to trade, Bluffing is one of the best trading platforms out there. If you cannot trade on Bybit, which is my favorite one, you do have the third link in the description, which is trading on Bluffing, no KYC, and you do get the biggest bonus available. This bonus will be airdropped to your futures exchange the more you trade, okay? So this airdrop of $80,000, you will be getting small little airdrops, okay, to fill your account so you can use it for trading and keep the profits from that trading. Let's dive in right away through the technical analysis. I'm going to keep it extremely simple and fast. Some scenarios that were mentioned on yesterday's video update. Let's talk about the short-term bullish case scenario here, which would be getting a breakout here from the resistance zone that we do have, right? We are forming some lower highs, a little bit of a symmetrical triangle here during the last few days. If we were to get that breakout, now the question is this breakout going to be successful, or are we going to create a lower high and come back down to the lows? There is a possible harmonic pattern on the formation here, which would be a 3 drives pattern, okay? This is a really bullish pattern because as soon as you form that third drive, you are looking here for the price to get a massive reversal to get to the top of the first peak of the 3 drives pattern, which is sitting at $63,000. Now, this pattern, of course, we need to claim that low once more, all right? We're going to be talking about the local scenarios, but just in case we do get a breakout and the price rolls down and you're in not any trading setup, this looks very promising. This is also the same scenario for the contracting diagonal when you're looking at Elliott wave theory. There is a possibility that this wave 4 could just reach round about $59,000 to $60,000 and get a movement here to the downside. And you're looking for that descending wedge kind of pattern here that will be likely getting a massive recovery as soon as you hit that wave 3 low. Now, what you want to see here, of course, is that formation and the recovery of that potential move to the downside. Now, without a doubt, we're going to talk about the bullish case scenario. Now, this is my bearish case scenario in the short term, but obviously to get that huge breakout to get above $63,000 and even higher in the next coming weeks. Now, what you need to pay attention here for this setup is that you need the recovery above that third wave or that second peak of the 3 drives pattern. Pay attention because this pattern is very, very bullish. And the reason why you can see this bullish, how you can detect it is as soon as you get above that peak low from last Friday at $53,200. The moment you recover from that level, you have a really insane bullish trading setup with stop loss beneath the low, and you're looking for that insane recovery. Looking at the timing of this corrective structure that we have formed during the last few months, the timing looks right for the price to get a recovery very, very soon. You can see how the timing right there with these movements, the price is just ready for a reversal. We have been trending to the downside here the entire month of June, and this is unlikely to get a breakdown like this, okay? You're likely going to get that choppiness and that reversal bounce. Of course, the question is, will this be impulsive and start going to all-time high, or will we have a lower high formation to then continue to the downside? Because what we can count from this point is, hey, what if we are forming a really strong impulsive move down, and this movement to the upside is just going to form a wave 2 to then suddenly break down here in the next coming weeks? Well, of course, that is a scenario, but we are talking about the most likely scenario right now, which is continuation of this huge, massive bullish trend, all right? We'll get bearish and look for different scenarios depending on how the price action reacts in the next coming days. So looking at the 1 hourly time frame, zooming in, we are forming a little bit of a symmetrical triangle. The most important level that we want to take into consideration here, guys, and I'm going to put a box, is this lower high right there. You might think, hey, why is this level so important? Because if we do hit that level in the next coming days, the bullish case scenario is very, very likely. You might think to yourself, but why? Because this will be the end of this possible C wave to the downside, okay? Now, if we do count the possibilities of this contracting diagonal or the 3 drives pattern, all right, to speculate on that movement to the downside, and this does not happen, and we start hitting this lower high, where you don't have any bearish waves, any bearish counts available, just by hitting this level, okay, which is also in confluence with the value area low of the entire trading range between March and July. Soon as you tap that level, yes, it's a rejection point, but this rejection is likely to be bullish because there's no way you can count this as a bearish, impulsive move to the downside. So we'll be paying attention here as soon as you hit that level. And if you do get rejection, as it is strong resistance, this will no doubt be a great zone to look for long positions, the retracement. So we'll be monitoring the price action as soon as we get that corrective structure to look for that bullish case scenario. Now, on the other side, what we're looking at here on lower time frames is this symmetrical triangle that we are forming, okay? So yeah, if we do get that breakout, some scenarios that were mentioned yesterday is, hey, what if we do break out from here? There is 2 scenarios, right? There is the bearish one in an ABC, or there is the bullish one where you're actually forming a 1, 2. You're inside of the 3rd wave that can be extremely impulsive for the next coming days, and look for that 5-wave structure. Now, the level that we need to pay attention here is the C wave in between $59,000 and $60,000 range. Why? Because that is where we do have the extension levels. The 1.618 to the 382 is the common zone for a C wave, all right? If the price manages to jump up to this area and starts creating a very, very choppy formation with local double tops, that could be a topping signal. That is when we're looking at here at the possibility of that contracting diagonal here, okay, in a 5-wave move down, or that 3 drives pattern, all right? So we'll be monitoring the price action in the next coming days on how this $59,000, $60,000 level reacts, okay? Because if we do react to that level and we start to create some choppiness and local double tops, we are going to start flipping bearish. We could be looking for that insane short position to get the price back down to $53,000 and even lower, okay? However, we need to count the bullish case scenario. Hey, what if the price, and I'm already in some long positions here at the lows, okay, beneath $56,000. The main reason why is because I realize, hey, what if this is the spring point already? You've come beneath this low over here, something similar that happened back here in 2023. We mentioned this yesterday. Hey, what if this is the scenario? We had a major move up, peak high, peak low, you test the highs, you test the lows, bam, recovery. We're having a very similar scenario here. Big major run up, all-time high, peak low, test of the highs, test of the lows, we off to the races. And this is also, okay, the possibility looking at the ABC. We have the scenario that on most of exchanges, we did not reach the highs here, okay, on the 21st of May above $72,000, giving us the possibility in counting this as a 5-wave move to the downside, finishing that C wave inside of this zigzag structure. Okay, so what we need to understand is that, hey, maybe this is the low. This is why the movement to the upside, looking at to peak out in between $59,000 and $60,000, speculating on that possible ABC and that fourth wave or the third peak on the 3 drives pattern. Well, it's extremely speculative, right? If we were to jump up here, I'm going to be very patient to see what kind of formation we do on that price action to then realize, guys, this is bearish. The impulsive move is getting exhausted. And if the price action here to the upside in the next coming days, right, turns out to be a little bit of a, 5-wave move to the upside like this, okay, if we do manage to count 5 waves up and we're starting to peak out here at the $60,000 range, without a doubt, I would be speculating on a short position. However, what if this third wave gets extremely explosive right there and manages to touch the $63,000 range? Without a doubt, if we are going to get as impulsive as this, I am going to flip bullish at this range, okay? Not long in here, I will be waiting for the retracements to then speculate for those movements to the upside, okay? So for the moment, we do have the symmetrical triangle, guys. Pay attention here with this pattern because without a doubt, we could be breaking out the resistance right over here in the next coming hours, or we could get heavily rejected, okay? Without a doubt, this could reject back down to the lows and get supported here, or we could be breaking out. If we are breaking out, I would be expecting a major move to the upside, at least to $59,000 and even potentially above. Legends, that is going to be it for this quick video update. The next move, if it is going to be to the upside, we'll be analyzing very carefully what is the highest probability. If we start topping out here at the $60,000 range and we're forming here a 5-wave move to the upside and we form this kind of price action in a wedgie structure, this is going to be extremely bearish. We need to see how the price is forming, okay, all the way up at $60,000. And if we suddenly shoot up here and the price doesn't retrace hardly and we're just shooting up right there with very small retracements, then obviously that is going to be a bullish sign for the next corrective move to get a higher low and get a major jump to test the highs again, okay? Thank you, legends, and I will see you in the next one.